somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh.
Figure the bag, meet them a buying, at least in no beamer, I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. And I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane hags for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And incomplete to open things up. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there, and now it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Tannehill on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tuesday. Got four down. Hey, wait.
The play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Sanu with the grab over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now it's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Eric Silver from 19 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Let's go. 11. Got it. 280. Hey, Tuesday.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 48 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Hey, 20.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Hurry.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Waiting. Hey, 20.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
30. Go. Play.
Tannehill on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's go. That's 20. Tag.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver.
Well, hey, we got to get in the AFC Week 1 talk. We talked about the NFC and what to look forward to on their schedule, but there's some great AFC games as well.
And many people believe the AFC West is as good a division as there is in the NFL. How about this for an opener? The Kansas City Chiefs headed to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, the new quarterback for KC, has to deal with the pass rush of Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram of the Los Angeles Chargers. And a second one that catches my eye is Houston at New England. The Texans always trying to measure themselves against the Patriots. Now they get back Deshaun Watson. They get back J.J. Watt and Ricky Merciless, and they take on the defending AFC champs in Foxborough.
And one crossover game that's pretty interesting. How about Jacksonville against the Giants?
What I like about that one is you have a Jacksonville team that came so close to getting to the Super Bowl last year, but they and the Giants have a similar philosophy about how to play the game. They're going to be physical. They want to run the football. So Leonard Fournette for Jacksonville and the rookie for the Giants, Saquon Barkley, they could both get a lot of carries in that game. And last but not least on that one, how about Pittsburgh at Cleveland? People don't think about that game very much, but this has been the summer of the Cleveland Browns in preseason, where Baker Mayfield actually hit the field, and can Cleveland start a new era with a big win over Pittsburgh?
Get up! Let's go! Wait! 22!
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons! Austin Hooper, 53 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing. And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. On first down, Drake. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive line.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Akeem Spence breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So 1:55 to go in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now Ryan on 1st down. Over the middle, it's caught by Ridley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ryan now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, gun.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Ryan tacks on the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Typically down in the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
We got three. Go.
Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Sanders on the catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon. Perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, here's Ryan. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Ryan now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Kevin Coleman, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Gun. 21.
On 2nd down, Ryan out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Hey,
Ryan now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Tight end right. Ready. Black 25. Gun. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Wait. 280. Black 25.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons add on. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Go! Ready!
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back and how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards.
Hey, let's go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Robert Quinn. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
22. Hey, boys, got 4 down. Blue 80. 47 right.
To throw on 2nd down. Ryan going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Check, 45.
Right back to Drake. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go. Three down.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Four down. Set. Ready. Let's go. Get set. 45 to the right. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Yo, triple left.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey. We got 3. Three down. Check. Fresno. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. Check. 53. Clay. 53,
Now Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Hey, Tuesday. Ready, sit up. Wait, we ready. Sit up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Four down. Check. Hey, South.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, let's go. 26. Hey, gun. Hey, you're on an island over there. Check. Gun. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Get out!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Gun.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Hey, 17 George, watch 17. 30!
Here I come! Here I come! Here I come! Here I come!
Get set.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
It started to look like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey. 4 down. Gun.
Ryan wants to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And some room to work. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.